Here we are with Coach Eiter, head wrestling coach at University of Pennsylvania, with his beautiful daughter Stella. Hi, Stella. And Coach, I just want to ask you just to run down some, if you don't mind, put modesty in your back pocket. Tell us a little bit about your credentials from high school, college, Olympic style of wrestling, and just share with us some of the things you were able to accomplish.
Sure. I was from Illinois, originally Chicago. Illinois State qualifier my senior year. Was fortunate enough to go to Arizona State. Head coach Bobby Douglas at the time. Back then, in the mid to late 80s, we were a top 5 program for 10 straight years, won the title, and a couple-time runner-up as a team. But as well as that, fortunate that Sunkist Kids was based out of there. Had some great training partners and coaches. I never wrestled, actually, in college. Because of my size, I wrestled 105 pounds, which is international style for freestyle. So what I did was essentially give up my eligibility to compete internationally and try. I got to travel the world. 18 years old, I was in Russia, my first trip. Of course, I was done before the opening ceremonies, but first international trip was to Russia. And so I trained at ASU, trained with Sunkist Kids. I was, like I said, Illinois State qualifier in '85. In 1990, I was a freestyle national champ. So,
wow.
Won 5 titles since then. Was an alternate in the '92 Olympics. Was able to go over to Barcelona, train with them, get in that environment. And to be honest with you, when I lost the trials in '92, I was 24 years old. Was pretty much going to hang it up. It was about that time, age-wise, and they called me to be an alternate. Go over and travel and train, and was over in Barcelona for about 2.5 weeks, and just again getting in that environment, the energy, the fans, the competition, just how much it meant to be there, to compete. It really lit the fire again, and I rededicated myself for the next 4 years, and again was fortunate enough to make the team in '96. And in between there, I wrestled in 2 world championships, and 93 and 95, where we were the team champions in those 2 years as well. And then again competed in Atlanta in the '96 Olympics. Unfortunately, we had 10 weight classes then. I was the smallest at 48 kilos, or 105.5 pounds. And about a month later, I believe, FILA came in and changed the weight classes, and I think the lowest weight class then was 121. I was 27 years old, 28, and that's too much of a jump for me. I probably weighed 121 pounds when they made the change. So for me to dedicate another 4 years, try to gain essentially 20 pounds was going to be a little difficult. So I changed gears, got into coaching, and was fortunate enough to make a career out of it.
That's awesome. It's a great story. And like we talked about, prior to this video, I really believe that there's a lot of great wrestlers out there that have awesome stories that just are not being told. And a lot of our youth just don't know about it. In fact, a lot of the coaches don't know about it. So that's a great story. So you were not a state champion in the state of Illinois, which is an awesome state.
I won a match.
It's awesome. And you're a state qualifier. And I say that to preface the comment that 5 years later, you were a multiple national champion. I mean, what would you say to kids that maybe have that fire in their belly but just don't know what they don't know, that they may have what it takes?
Well, and that's the key, what you just said, that they have the desire, they have the fire, because that's something you really can't teach. You can teach technique, but you can't teach that work ethic, right, that determination, that never say quit attitude. And that's really what carried me from the high school level, because I don't care who you are or what you did in high school. You get to college, everybody's 0 and 0. We all start over again. And really the factor that really makes a difference is your work ethic, your desire, your goals, and what you're willing to sacrifice to make those goals. Like I said, fortunately in high school, I had a great high school coach. Taught us work hard, push through it, believe in yourself, and that really helped me make the transition to college. Now again, in college, you need to surround yourself with good people, good coaching, good training partners, kids on the team that want the same goals. And as you go, recruiting-wise, as you go through that process, it's important that you surround yourself with those types of people. You never want to be the best kid in the room because you're never going to improve.
So in essence, if I've got your story correct, you did what Henry Cejudo did before Henry did that. He went from high school.
Henry went a little farther. He's got a medal.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but what I mean is, he gave up his, for different reasons, but he gave up his eligibility at this point anyway. He might even, I don't know how much time he's got left, but to dedicate himself to the Olympics. You did the same thing internationally, wrestling at 18 years old, and shortly after that, you're in a world championships, a couple of world championships, making the world team and having national titles under your belt. I mean, that is absolutely remarkable. What an awesome, wonderful story that is. And to me, that's a great inspiration for a lot of the kids that we're hoping that will see this, not just kids, but coaches too, to maybe, you dealt with adversity, and here you are, and you've made a career, and as you said yourself, you're fortunate to do that. What's the next chapter going to look like, Coach?
Well, hopefully I'm coaching Penn and getting some national champs out of here, and
awesome,
and some All-Americans, and staying here for 10, 20 years. So
great, man, that's great. Well, Coach, what a great story that is, and the story is still in the making. And I really appreciate your time, and I know a lot of people will enjoy this story. So thanks so much.
I appreciate it.